What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Live Wealthy Stocks back with our daily Apple update video, and Apple is near all-time highs. That's right, it's up over 3.5% today. So as always, we'll take a look at how the stock traded today, some key support and resistance levels that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think the future of Apple stock could look like. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel. I do videos like this on a daily basis. And comment down below if you were able to take advantage of that movement today, or what your thoughts on Apple are moving into the future, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me hit record. We will get right into it. So like I said, great green day for Apple. We were up $4.72 for the day, 3.58%, up another 23 cents after hours. So that's almost a $5 move. Compare that to the NASDAQ, it was only up 0.74%, 0.66 on the Dow, or 198 points, 0.66% on the Dow, and the S&P was up 0.86% as well. Apple was up 3.5%, right, which is great. And then Amazon, actually, which is something I made a video on just over the weekend talking about a breakout coming, broke out today. So let me know if you guys caught on to that, if we watched the video and were able to take advantage of that, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. But getting back to Apple, let's take a look at what happened today, right? So going back to Thursday, we had kind of closed near the 131s, a little bit of a gap up, right, in the pre-market, and then what we saw was a decent push up, and then right out of the gate from the 133s, we went to 135s, broke VWAP. A little bit of a sell-off right there. As expected, I thought it was going to happen at the open, but we got it right there. But then pretty much from that point on, right, we went up to 135, couldn't quite make it to here, went down. This time though, what I liked is that it didn't break VWAP. It held VWAP, pushed right back up, and then it was kind of having this 136.43 level as a little bit of a support, as a resistance, right? I was looking at this point right here. As a little bit of a resistance, and then finally here, right, we went down to 136, got the energy, boom, broke, and then 137.34 was the high of the day, and then we saw a little bit of a sell-off into the close. Very normal, as expected. The room between the VWAP, I like that it was kind of, lesser than it would have been if we had closed right there. A little bit of profit taking at the end is nothing to be worried about, right? As we've talked about over and over again, pullbacks are healthy, sell-offs are healthy. Still up 3.5% for the day. So now let's take a look here. So I know we've got a lot of lines here, but I promise that they all have been really helpful to us at some point or another if you're new to the channel. So let's take a look at where Apple has been. So now, we could see back since, I would say, mid-December, right? We have a little nice run going here. We went from 120 to the mid 130s. We are near all-time highs. All-time highs were set earlier this year in September at 138. We hit 137.34 today. So now let's take a look at, what we see in the stock moving forward. That way we can draw some lines, some levels of support and resistance. That way, if you're in Apple or looking to get into Apple, you might have a good idea of what, you should get in at. So first things first, what we'll see is the high point of, the previous trading day. I have to think because Friday we were off. So Thursday, right, was 133.46. The low of today was 133.51. So as we can see, 5 cents off, which is great. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to draw us a horizontal line right here at 133. I'm going to draw it at 45, but really it's kind of the mid 133s around 133.50. And the reason being, if we again, go back to this chart, that was our low point for today. And then if we go to the hourly chart, I also want to draw another line. I want to draw another line kind of right here, since I do think that this level might be a little bit of a support point. So 130, right there, 136. Alrighty, so what are we looking at moving in? Why do I have these lines drawn? Well, initially on the hourly chart, it struggled to break above this, and then it found support there, and in after hours also it found support on this trade. So that first level of support, I don't necessarily think is too strong of a support, right? This 136 line that I just drew, we're gonna have to test that, right? We've only tested that a couple times on the hourly chart. I wanna be more convinced that that's a, greater level of support than that. But what we know is that 133.45 was the point we weren't able to break through on Thursday, was the point that acted as support. So I think that would be a stronger support point if we were to go down, right? So let's talk. If we move up tomorrow, what's the first level I'm watching? Well, I am watching 137.34, since that is the high of today. And then I'm going back to all the way here, 137.98. I know I called it 138. 137.98. So we've got 137.34, 137.98, and then 138 being a mental resistance. And then, it's anyone's game on where Apple goes from here, right? Because it'll be at all-time highs. We don't have any previous resistance levels to look at after that. So I think, 140 might be a mental resistance, 145 might be a mental resistance, and then 150 is going to be kind of the big sort of mental resistance for us moving forward. If this run continues, maybe we see 150 by earnings. They're about a month away. And as we've talked about, right, we've got a lot of kind of good news around the iPhone sales, being that this was the quarter where they released both the iPhone and they're going to have holiday sales numbers. So it should be a pretty big number for iPhone sales. We've also got, Apple Car news going. So a lot of great things are happening for Apple. They started their services line, all that good stuff. So if we see this run continue, we could see 150 by end of kind of January, early 2021, Q1 2021, 150. One thing that I do want to say is we are up 3.5% today. So maybe we pull back just a little bit, either bounce off of this 136 line, this 133.45 line, or somewhere in the middle. But that's what I'm looking at. And then on the downside, right, like let's say if we have a red day tomorrow, like I said, I'm watching this 136 line. It's only 69 cents away. And I think that if we do see a little bit of profit taking, the fall will be more than 69 cents. So that, and then 133.45, since that was the level that was a resistance on Thursday and it was a support for us today when we were coming down. So that's the next point that I'm watching. And then I'm watching this low here on Thursday of 131.10. Those are the three levels that I'm watching from a price level perspective. Actually, this is perfect because this AEMA comes in at 130.77, which is actually perfectly aligned with the low of that day, 131.10. So between, high 130s, low 131. So points that I'm watching if Apple has a red day tomorrow, 136, 133.45, and then kind of the high 130s, low 131s. I do not personally think we break below 130 at this point with the momentum we have going and all the good news that we have for Apple moving forward. But that being said, we have moved up a lot in a short amount of time. A little bit of a pullback could be coming, could be healthy, especially now that we're dealing with low volume with, between the Christmas day off and then this week being New Year's coming up. So that's just something to keep in mind moving forward. Let me know what you guys think of Apple moving forward. I love to chat with you guys. I know a lot of you guys are you guys follow Apple just as closely, if not closer, than I do. So let me know down in the comment section what your thoughts are, if you think we're going up or down. I think we're going up with a possibility of a pullback, since we have gone up a lot today. But also, if we go back to this candle here, a little bit of a gap fill right there. So we could see that happening. So I think, to me, I'm waiting to see kind of how Apple opens tomorrow, how the market looks tomorrow. Always holding my long Apple position. Don't plan on selling that anytime soon. But I kind of use this intraday movements to decide how I want to play the stock. So if we open tomorrow, we break here, then I might play like a put option, right? Because there's not a lot of support that I see between these two areas. But if we bounce here, maybe we're moving up, right? So again, wouldn't be surprised if a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of consolidation, but at the same time, the chart looks really good. We've got a lot of momentum. We've got a lot of squeezes firing. So if it went up, that would be totally fine with me as well. Hope you guys are all having an amazing start to your week. I know this Apple run made me happy start to the week on a Monday. So yeah, let me know. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.